What is story? That elusive appeal that keeps us turning the pages late into the night, that keeps good books in our heart and head long after we put them back on the shelf, that brings us back to a single author again and again, greedy for more of the same. It's worth delving a little into the concept of story before we dissect it and try to conjure up one ourselves. And it's easier to start by working out what it's not. Story is not the same as plot. Plot is something you do as a writer, creating a series of actions that gets your character from A to B. It is how you tell your story, but it is not story itself. Nor can we equate story with theme, the big idea that your story will explore, whether that's greed, love, or betrayal. Your book might have more than one theme, but even added together, they are not the same as story. So what then is it? What makes a story? Well, whatever the genre, from gritty detective fiction to fanciful romance, from the wildest fantasy to faithful retellings of history, there are elements of any story that are universal. One of these is premise. This is the big what if of any story, the seed that sets you off on your journey as a writer and the character on theirs. You may recall F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby, where the premise is, what if you were able to become a new man in order to win the object of your affection? Or how about Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, which asks, what if you were able to create a new man entirely? What if you set off on a journey? What if a monster comes to call? In short, what if something happens? Every story begins with a what if. But to bring any premise to life, you will need at least one compelling character. That means a protagonist who fits your premise and who wants something and wants it so badly they'll go on a journey and battle antagonists and their own inner demons to get it. Whether that goal is a girl, a golden amulet, or just themselves. This level of desire is important. Your character needs to care so that your readers care too and want to continue with them on their journey. This journey is what we call a character arc, as they go from innocence to experience and come to understand the meaning or importance of your big idea. So what is the big idea? Sometimes called the theme, the controlling idea, or the why of the story. In simple terms, this is what your character will learn from their journey and what you want your readers to go away believing. Your controlling idea might be money can't buy you love, or indeed status, something Jay Gatsby finds out the hard way. Or, as Victor Frankenstein is warned, but only later learns, it might be that playing God comes with consequences. This why will inform your story's climax and resolution. It will be the pot of gold at the end of the character's arc. Together, these elements, premise, character, and controlling idea, or what if, who and why, are the key foundations for your story. They turn the series of actions that we call plot into a series of actions with meaning, because we care about the character and what happens to them. By the time we turn the final page, we've learned a little something not just about the world in the book, but about our own world too, because we relate the character's experience to our own lives. Go to your bookshelf and pick a novel you've read, maybe more than once, and loved. Ask yourself, what was this writer's what if? See if you can work out the premise, what the character wants, and what it is they learn at the end. And you can do the same with films. What if aliens landed, fled, but left one behind? What if we could travel through time and space? What if you went into the woods and something happened? What if, who, and why? Reading and sharing stories and working out the building blocks of those stories is where every writer begins and will help you immeasurably as you begin to plan your own.